In this video, I'm going to be showing you a method where you can do affiliate marketing with Clickbank without a website, without a landing page, without buying an expensive hosting package, without paying any money for a tool. This is going to be 100% free tools that we're going to be using them. We're going to be using some amazing tools. And then later on in the video, I'm going to show you some extra tips and tricks to make this whole method a lot more effective. Okay, so let's get into the method. All right, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to pick the right niche and the right offer to promote. Okay, so here I am in my Clickbank marketplace. And if you don't have Clickbank, this method works with any affiliate marketing network. It works with any kind of offer. It doesn't really matter. So if you don't have Clickbank, you can check out Digistore24. You can check out Share a Sale. You can also check out Max Bounty. In this video, I'm going to be using Clickbank, but you can follow along with pretty much any other method. And so here I am in Clickbank. And so what we want to do is we want to pick the right niche, okay? And so there are two kinds of niches in Clickbank. The first is a general niche, okay? This is making money online. This is weight loss, staying fit, having a six-pack, building muscle, losing weight, things like that. It's also making money online as well. And then a niche type offer would be something that's interest-based, okay? It's something that, some people are interested in and other people are not interested in. So an example would be maybe sports, maybe golf, maybe basketball, maybe language learning. These are niches that don't apply to a general audience, or at least to the major part of a general audience. The majority, in other words. And so in this video, I want to talk about more of a general kind of niche, but this works with any kind of niche. And so what we want to do, for instance, let's go into health and fitness and let's see if we can find some really good offers there. And so once I'm here in health and fitness, I want to rank the offers by gravity, high to low, and I want to look at some offers. Now, gravity is a popularity metric. It really means how popular the offer is. And so the higher the gravity, the more popular the offer is, the more affiliates are promoting it, the more affiliates are making money with it, and the more competition there is. And so if you take a look, you have Gravity 310, 304, we have a Gravity 187, and you want to scroll down, and you want to probably promote something not with the highest gravity, but also not with a super low gravity. And so if I scroll down, I see Unlock Your Hips Flexors, I see this one, the Lost Book of Remedies, flat belly tonic I have, and I want to promote something that looks reasonable. Okay, let's go to the second page. The smoothie diet, I think I tried promoting that. And so here's an offer that I heard good things about. This is the Cinderella solution. Obviously, you're free to promote pretty much any offer out there. Okay, what's important is the method. The offers are also important, but the method is the key here. Okay, so once you settled on the offer, you want to click on promote here, and you're going to get a link. So you can link it to the default landing page. You can also link it to a written sales page. Really up to you. This hop link variation sends traffic directly to a written sales page rather than the default video sales letter. So you can send it to the written sales page or the default. So I'm just going to pick default. I'm going to click on generate hop links, and I have an encrypted hop link here. I can copy it, and then I can start promoting it. Now, the method that we're going to be promoting is going to be a very, very unique method. Nobody has ever talked about this before. Very, very cool method. So make sure you follow directions very, very carefully here. Very, very important, okay? So the next thing that you want to do is you want to go into Google and you want to type any picker. And this is a visual web scraper. It's going to be very, very useful to us. It's an advanced tool that you're going to find very valuable. So once you install this, I already have it installed. This works with Chrome. You can go to the next step. The next step is you're going to type 10 ways to lose weight or something similar. And you're going to find a bunch of results here. So we have 10 ways to lose weight, successful weight loss, 12 tips to help you lose weight, etc., etc. So if I type on this first result, I have a list. Now, once you install that plugin, what you want to do is you want to click in the Chrome area where that plugin is. So this is my plugin here, any picker. Once I click it, you have this little window opens up here. And you have to follow exactly what I do here because a lot of people make mistakes here. You want to click on new recipe here. Okay, you're going to go to the second page. You want to select multiple rows. And now you can go to the original page and you can click on it. So you don't want to click on this. You want to click on the whole thing. So once you click on the whole thing, you see this is populated. Now, this is an advanced plugin because it essentially populates it with different fields. So we have the whole paragraph, we have just this, we have breakfast, which is the link one, we have the URL. We do not need any of them. The only thing that we need is this top one. So we can click on this minus on all of them, and we are just gonna have this one. That's the only field we need. Next, we're gonna click on step 3. We are gonna skip this. We don't need this step. We're gonna skip navigation because it's only one page. There's no navigation. So we're gonna go to run, and any picker will open 5 parallel to collect. It's gonna collect data for us. So we're gonna click on build task, and it's gonna go out and it's gonna get this data. Now we're only doing one page, so it's not gonna take a long time. It's gonna be instant, and you're gonna see results right away. And so right here, it went ahead and it got the results. This was only one page, and there are only 10 items. So as you can see, it has the source page, the title, we only have one page, and then the actual bullet points, the actual reasons. And as it happens, it already saved it into a Google Sheet or Excel spreadsheet format, and I downloaded that file, okay? So now you should have this file automatically saved on your hard drive. I know it's saved on my disk right now, and if you're using a Mac, it's gonna be in the download folder. If you're using Windows, it's gonna be in some other very similar folder. And so the next thing that you wanna do is you wanna go to Airtable, okay? Airtable has a very generous free plan. I'm on the free plan. I haven't paid. This is kind of like Google Sheets on steroids. It's really great. It has a lot of functionality. There's a lot of things that you can do with it. And I've been using Airtable for a lot of my projects, for a lot of my affiliate marketing, a lot of my apps, a lot of things. And you're going to see a screen like this. What you want to click on this is this add base button, and you want to click on import data, okay? It's going to give you all these options. You want to pick Microsoft Excel, because it's going to be the file that you've gotten from that plugin is in Microsoft Excel format. You're going to click on this. You're going to click choose an Excel file. Once you do that, you're going to have this dialog box here. You want to drag that download here, and you want to click on upload, okay? Once it uploads, it's going to ask to be called this imported base. We are going to call this, lose weight, something having to do with the document. Then we're going to open this. And once we open it, we have one sheet with exactly the spreadsheet with the data that we had before. So we have the source page title, and then the fields. This is the key here. Now, once you have this open, one thing that you can do is you can click on this field here. You can click on customize field type, and you want to change it from single line text to long text because it's going to be easier to manipulate this text. It's going to be easier to view it. Once you do that, you can double click on it and you see all this. You can also click on this and you're going to see all the text that you've gotten from this website. And what we have here is we have 10 tips for losing weight. Now, another thing that you can do is you can also go to the results. You can click on this page here and you can repeat the process. You can go in here, click on your plugin here, this any picker tool here. And once you do that, you can do the same thing. You can click on new recipe. You can select multiple rows. And then you want to click. So for instance, take a look at this one. You can get a part of it. So for instance, you can get what I want. I don't really care about the text. I just want this right here. So this is what I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick this. I'm just going to pick the headline here. And then we are going to do this. So it got in the field. It has one field. We're going to skip step 3. We're going to skip step 4 because it's only one page. It's not multiple pages. And we're going to go to run. We're going to click build task. And it's going to go out and it's going to get this data for us. So as you can see, now I have 10 tips. And it's the same thing. Now it went ahead and downloaded it. And then what we can do is we can click on here. We can import spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel, choose an Excel file here, and it's going to upload it, okay? And once it uploads, now we have a second sheet. What we want to do is we want to select all of this. We want to copy it, and we want to paste it back to this sheet here. We're going to click on continue. And now we have 20 tips. We can ignore these first columns. The most important thing is this column right here, okay? Now we can rename this column. I can double click it. I want to rename it. So I'm just going to call it tip or tips. I'm just going to call it tips here. We're going to click save. Now we have 20 tips of losing weight. And this is great. We have 20 good tips for losing weight from 2 separate websites. And next thing we want to do is we're going to go out. We're going to go to a tool called arendgoo.com. This is an amazing tool. They have a generous free plan. Take a look at their pricing page. And so they have an amazing free plan. You can get started very easily. And what we want to do is once we're here, once you create an account, you want to go into forms and you want to create a new form, okay? You want to start with a blank form. And now you can go out and build this form, okay? And so what kind of things we're going to be asking in this form? What we're going to be doing is we're going to be qualifying the lead. Okay, we're going to be qualifying the lead, and this is very important. And so what we want to do is we want to ask him a couple of questions. The first is their email. We want their email. So for instance, I can come to this column here and I can drag email here. Okay, I'm going to drag email and an email field is created. And I'm going to call this, what is your best? If you want to customize this further, you can drop HTML here. And then you can enter HTML if you know what HTML is. HTML is it's a very simple thing to learn. So you can do that. We're not going to be using HTML, but you can do that. So for instance, you can do something like this. You can go in here and you can do something like H3. And so as you're building this form, you can click on publish and you can preview the form here. As you can see, this has rendered. So it looks a little bit nicer with HTML. Instead of regular text, which is the same as this, okay? And so the next thing that you want to do is you want to ask him a couple of questions. So one question could be, what is your best email? This is obviously email here. We're going to call this field email, and this is required, okay? We're going to move this submit all the way on the bottom. Here we're going to ask them, what is your goal? This is going to be choices, and we're going to say, what is your main goal? Then we're going to present them with some choices. So an example would be lose weight. Another one could be build muscle, look nicer. Something like this, okay? Just some basic questions just to qualify them, right? This is going to be very important. And one last question we can have that could be something like this. Another question that I recommend to add would be something like this. How long? And then we can have a couple of options. Could be something like I just started. Another one could be something like this, just to get them interested in what we're trying to do. So we have our HTML, we have the best email, we have a couple of questions. The next thing, this is very important. You want to execute a flow after the form is submitted. This is what makes this tool super powerful. It's not just a questionnaire, it's not just a survey. It's actually a tool that allows you to create something very complex very easily. Okay, you want to click on publish just to save things. And you want to click on this, execute a flow after the form is submitted. We're going to click on this and we're going to have a screen like this. And what you want to do is you want to select your flow. We are going to create a brand new flow. We're going to create a new flow and we're going to call it email flow. Okay, very simple. We're going to create it here. And right away, this has an email flow, but we haven't done the email flow yet. So I'm going to explain to you how that works. Once you go in, so we want to save it. We want to save it first. Once you go into flows, you're going to see I have a lot of flows. You might see, you will probably not see as many flows. And we have this email flow that we created. And this is super simple, okay? It's very easy. And so the way this works is that once the form is submitted, there are these next steps that take place. So as an example, we can send an email, we can, send a notification to our phone. We can do all these amazing things. And for the purpose of this tutorial, what we want to do is we want to send them a daily tip to their email box. So every day we are going to be sending them a brand new weight loss tip, okay? And this is going to be all for free. And then I'm going to show you how you can do affiliate marketing as well. Okay, so watch this carefully. So we have a trigger here. This trigger is essentially what makes this flow act. Why does it work? It's not going to work just by itself. Something needs to enable it. Something needs to trigger it. And what's going to trigger it is when they submit the form. So once they submit the form, we're going to do the flows. We're going to pull up this tip, and then we're going to email them this brand new tip. So what you want to do is you want to click on plus, and you want to enter this HTTP request, okay? An HTTP request is nothing more than a request to get the new tip. So remember, we have all these tips here in Airtable, and what we want to do is we want to make sure that that flow goes out here, goes to the screen, and gets these tips. Now, every time it's going to get a new tip. So every day it's going to send a new tip. And this is how we're going to do it. And so we're going to go back to this flow. And what we want to do is, this is very important. You want to go to a web page. You want to go to this web page, airtable.com/API. You want to click on your loose weight that you're created, okay? Now, the first thing that you need to do is you need to get your API key. You're going to go to authentication here. You are going to go to the account page. You don't have to understand what I'm doing. Just follow my directions. You're going to click on this and you're going to see your key. You want to copy this key, okay? And you want to go back to the page. And so if you go to the sheet 1 table, this is what we want. And as you can see, it has these example values, which are our tips, okay? And so what we want to do is we want to copy this. You want to drag this and you want to copy this, okay? You want to copy this. You want to go back to the screen and you want to paste it here. So if you go back here, it's also telling that you need to send this key because it needs to have the key so it knows that to show you the data. And that way you can prove that you're authorized to view this data. This is very, very important. So you're going to go back here. And what you want to do is you want to go into headers and you want to enter this header. You want to enter what I have here. You're going to have authorization here and you have the bearer with your key that you've gotten. So if you go here, I have the key. I'm going to go paste it here and now we have the key. And so we have this max records, and that is all that you have to do. Very, very simple, okay? We are going to get the new tip for that person. And the next step that we're going to have is we're going to send them an email with that tip. And we're going to do that every day. So you're going to click on plus, you're going to scroll down, and you are going to pick SendGrid. SendGrid is our email provider. They have a generous free plan. I'm going to show you in a second how to set it up, because you need to set it up. Very, very simple. It works really, really easily. And so right now what we want to do is we want to test that form out. We want to make sure that the data that we're submitting is getting back to us in the way that we want. So if you go to this form, here's the edit screen. If you go into embed, you're going to see all the ways that you can make use of this form. You can embed this form. You can have a modal pop-up. You can have a WordPress shortcut. There's a lot of interesting things that you can do. And so what we want to do is we want to preview link in a new tab. So let me fill out my email and other fields, and then we can see if it's working. So I'm going to choose lose weight. I just started. We're going to click submit. And right now the form has submitted. We are going to go to our execution flow. We're going to refresh it. And so once I submit my form, what I can do is I can go back into flows, and I want to click on my flow. This is my flow that I created. We're going to click on edit. We're going to click on executions, and you're going to see this last execution here. The last one is going to be on top. These are the newest. These are the oldest. And as you can see, the status is completed. We're going to click on that, and you're going to click on that, and you will see that the output, it gives us the tips. So here we have the source page. Here we have the title. Okay, we're looking at this HTTP request, and we are getting the tip back. And this is perfect because this is the tip we're going to be emailing to the user. Okay, and so now we're going to go click on edit, and we're going to do the third step of this flow, and that is sending them an email using SendGrid, right? And so SendGrid is an app that allows you to send emails. They have a generous free plan. Look at this one. They have a forever free plan. You can experiment with it. You can do a lot of things. It's a really, really great service. And what you need to do is you need to create the right template. So I'm logged in. The first thing that you need to do, and this is really, really great, what you want to do is you want to click on Email API and you want to click on Dynamic Templates, okay? We need to create a template that's going to be filled in by the kind of data that we're going to be sending. This is all very simple. You can click on Create a Dynamic Template. I already have it here. And so I have a template here. I'm going to click on it, and we are going to do this together. So here's the template. And what we have here, if we are collecting the user's name, I don't think in this form we're collecting their name, then we cannot do that. But if we are collecting the name, then we can address them by their name. So we can do, hey, here is your daily tip to lose weight and or build muscle. Okay, and then what we can do is have tip, something like this. And that's very, very simple. Now, remember, we're still doing affiliate marketing. So beforehand, you can do something like this. These weight loss, and then you can have a little bit of a description, lose weight by doing this. Check it out here, check it out here, and this is going to be your affiliate link. Okay, and then you can change the style, maybe make it bold here, you can make it italic, which I think is great. And then you're going to send them an email here. Hey, and then you know, if you are storing the names, you can have name. If not, you can just hey something like this. Hey, here's your daily tip to lose weight and to build muscle. See you tomorrow. Best, James. And all the emails are going to have unsubscribe. Remember, we are getting them. They're subscribing to our tool. And then at the bottom, every email you're going to send is going to have this unsubscribe. So if they do not want to get the daily email anymore with our tips, they can unsubscribe, no problem. And this is what we have so far. Hey, here's your daily tip to lose weight and or build muscle. See you tomorrow. Best, James. We're going to click on save. And now we have this template set up and ready to go. And so if you go back, you have this one template here. I only have one template. You need this template ID because that way this tool will know which template to get. So once you're here in the SendGrid, you want to enter your template ID. You want to choose send email using a saved template, and you want to enter the template ID here. You also need an API key, which I'm going to get to in a second. So we're going to get the API key, and you can find the API key if you go down to settings. You're going to click on API keys and you're going to get your API key. Do not share that API key with anybody because they'll be able to use your account and send all kinds of emails. So I'm going to show you how to create a brand new API key. This is my API key. We're going to copy it. We're going to go back here and we're going to enter it here. Now the sender's name is going to be James. You're going to enter your email, james@james.com. The recipient's emails is also James. And so the recipient's name is going to be whatever name we have it set up over there. We're not collecting names. We are collecting emails. So you can click on plus, and then you want to go to input data, and you want to go to body email. Okay, right here, it's going to set up. The title of the email is going to be, here's your daily weight loss tip. Okay, we're going to have this. And then you want custom variables. And so remember, in the template, we have one custom variable, and that is tip. And so this is the custom variable that we have. We're going to click on plus. We are going to go to HTTP request. And we are going to go to tips here. And now we have a tip, okay? And so we have a tip here. And now we can click on close. We can click on publish, okay? And now I can actually test it out to make sure that it is working correctly. And then I'm going to show you some advanced tips and tricks to make this even better, okay? And so we have it all together. We're going to go back to our forms. We're going to go in here. We're going to click on preview form in a new window. And so I'm going to fill out this form again. And then I'm going to check my email just to show you that it is working. So we're going to click on lose weight. I just started. We're going to click on submit. We are going to go check out our executions. We have it completed. We're going to go in here, and it looks like it went through because we have the dynamic template data. We have my email, and we have this template data. So I'm going to go log into my account, and I'm going to show you if I received that email or not. And so here's the email that I received. It's exactly what we wanted to do. These weight loss tips are sponsored by, etc., etc. Here's your daily tip to lose weight and or build muscle. This is the tip. And obviously, you can change the text, you can edit them, you can make them exactly what you want. And this is what we have. See you tomorrow, and we have our affiliate link at the top, okay? And so now we have an amazing system that does exactly what we wanted to do. We have our flow here. We have our form here. Take a look at our form right here. This is the form. You can change it. You can enter. You can have a field that asks for their name by dragging and dropping this right here. It's going to ask for their name, their email, etc., etc. And then we have a flow that goes out and sends the request. So the way you want to do it, if you want to do it daily, you want to click this. You want to enter a delay, and the delay is going to be 1 day. You're going to put that here. And then what you want to do is you want to go to trigger. You want to click on here. And this is how it was set up before. You want to make sure that this is set up. You want to execute this flow when someone makes a post request. You're going to copy this, and then you're going to enter plus, and you're going to enter, and you're going to execute an HTTP request. This is the URL, and this is a post request. And so what's going to happen is it's going to be triggered two ways. The first one is when it's submitted, the form is submitted, and the second way is when a day passes. So this is going to continue every single day until you run out of tips. And so this all works for free. We're using free tools. We're creating amazing systems. And the best part of it all is that we're qualifying the user. We're asking for what they want. And so if you want to make it even more interesting, you can send different tips depending on if they want to lose weight, build muscle, be healthier, look nicer, etc., etc. There's all these things. There's lots of ways to customize it. And this is something I'm going to be doing in some of the future videos, all right? So if you enjoyed this method, leave a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Let me know if you want me to do maybe a variation of this method, explain to you something that you did not understand. It can seem very complicated, but it's actually very simple if you follow the exact steps that I talked about in this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this method, smash the like button, leave a comment, let me know that you enjoyed this method. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. On this channel, we're talking about affiliate marketing, Clickbank, CPA marketing, different networks, and we're talking about methods that other people do not share with you. So I really hope you enjoyed this method. Let me know what you thought about it below, and I will see you guys in the next video.